What's going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Internet podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, I'm joined by some of my clients in the 10K Mastermind. These clients are making anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 a month. You guys are going to hear me solve their problems in real time. As always, thank you guys so much for coming to today's coaching call. How can I be of service? Tell me some wins. Missy Dira, what's going on?
Hello, Brian. How are you? Congratulations on the baby. This is the first time I see you since new dad or dad of now two. Congrats.
Thank you. It's a fucking adjustment. That's for sure.
I believe it. Some wins. So obviously, like these last 2, 3 months haven't been the greatest, and I've been sharing a lot about that in terms of like in the Facebook group. But in the last Janelle had told me to run a flash sale or run a flash challenge, like a paid short challenge in the last like 2 weeks. And they're actually doing really, really well. Like they are very immersed, very engaged. Like I think in like all the calls that I've done so far, there's only been like one person that didn't show up to like one of them. Like
Wow.
they're all very engaged. So it's actually been an amazing challenge. So I have two questions. One is about the challenge and one is about something else. So I'm about a week and a half in, and I obviously like I really want to like make the most out of this challenge. And so half the people in the challenge were people that I took a call from in like the last year
Mhm.
ish, and I didn't close them. And so in the application, when I did like the application for the challenge, they put that like in the section of like if they wanted to be reached out for coaching, they put it was funny. It was funny because like they all kind of put like the same answer in terms of like, oh, we already had a conversation or we spoke already in the past about your coaching or something like that. But now that it's been like 10 days in and they're actually doing amazing, they're getting results. Some of them are dropping weight, they're really engaged. Some of them have told me how much they love the app and everything. And so I kind of want to like re-bring it up, even though they put that they weren't interested. And so how do I go about like those specifically?
I would just ask them. Like, so these clients that are getting a great experience, I would just ask them, how are you enjoying the experience in the and program so far?
In like a personal message or
Oh
like
yeah.
a call?
Personal message.
Okay.
And then when they say, I'm loving it, I'm like, cool. Like, if you're loving it, like, I'd love to set up a call where we can chat about like the game plan for like the next steps moving forward if you'd be open to that.
Okay.
And that's what I would do. It would be that easy. And then anybody that was willing to hop on a call with me, like, it's almost like I would treat it like a renewal call, you know? Like, instead of like asking the same questions that you asked on the first call, it's almost like a renewal call because they can tell you, like, you just ask them what they loved about the program so far and like what they like, what benefits they've gotten from it and blah, blah, blah. Then you'd ask them about how they felt before the program versus how they feel now. Then you'd future pace to their future goals. You would just run through the renewal script. And then I would just try to sign them for a renewal. And that's exactly what I would do. I would treat it a little bit differently than an initial sales call because they've already had a call with you, and I would run it like a renewal script.
Okay. And during the calls that I'm having, I haven't been doing this up until this point, but for the remainder of the calls, should I start to like kind of like group pitch in some way, or is that like not a good idea?
I wouldn't group pitch to your program. I would group pitch to a custom call.
Okay.
So like if you're getting value from this and you want me to help you design a custom strategy for like your specific journey, just comment with a fire emoji below and I'll reach out to you and we can create a custom game plan for you.
Okay. Cool. That was one question about the challenge. Thank you. And then the second one is so I was one because I didn't see if there was like any training of on that or anything, or at least I was trying to find and I didn't know if I could find one.
So I didn't
But
hear you cut out when you asked about this specific thing. What was it?
oh, the VSL, like a
VSL.
VSL. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if there was a training on that. I went looking and I couldn't find it. But two things. One, would you even recommend that it's useful? I did my numbers for last month and I took a lot more calls last month and than I did in like the last couple of months because I was going ham and savage in those DMs. So I'm trying to get like my clients back up. But I had a 85% show rate and then
That's
a
great.
30% close rate.
Okay.
So one, do you even think a VSL is like worth focusing on right now? And two, how do I even go about it if it is?
I think it is. If I get enough people, if I get 10 people that say yes, I'll drop the VSL training from the MDM into the 10K. If I get enough people say yes in the chat box right now. I haven't dropped it in the 10K yet, but if I get 10 people that say yes, I'll drop it in the 10K. So to answer your question, yes, when you would implement a VSL is if your goal is to increase your closing percentage. The reason you would implement a VSL and the reason that does that is because it basically warms people up to your offer and it gives them value. So it's like a short 15-minute long video that ends up giving them value. They see the value of that you can provide for them. They almost understand the nutrition training program. They see some of your client results that you've been able to achieve and they're more likely to become buyers. So I see 10 yeses. So I'll grab it from the MDM and I'll put it in the 10K.
Okay. All right. Perfect. That was all. Thank you so much.
Good questions, Yadira. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
What's up, Monique? Tell me some wins.
How are you? Congratulations to you and Kirsten. It's so exciting with the baby.
Thank you. I'm super happy about it. Things are good. How you doing? Tell me some wins.
Good. So my first challenge is going to be on Monday, and I have 9 signups so far, which is exciting.
Love
So
that.
yeah, trying to get more though. But my question is, like, I'm DMing people to get them to sign up,
Yep.
and talking to someone now, talking to a few people that you can tell like they don't have money, they're on a
Yep.
budget, and they're already talking about how food's expensive, all that stuff. Do I invite them to join the challenge? Because I know a challenge is the point is to get clients, and I don't
Yep.
know if they're already on a budget. Like, do I
Yeah.
bother?
That's a great question. So, if I'm like, when I'm first getting started, Monique, I want to invite everyone to the challenge and I just want to get their buy in because if I can get like 15 people to 20 people in the challenge and they're all excited and they're like making the group a better environment, it's going to make the challenge better. So, to answer your question, if somebody was like in my DMs and they were like friendly, engaging, it's like they just seemed like a good person and then they mentioned money was tight, I would definitely invite them to join. But if somebody was like super short, almost dismissive, like not really engaging, and they mentioned finances, I wouldn't invite them to join. So it would all be based on whether or not they actually seem like they contribute value to the challenge. Because yes, the goal of the challenge is to get clients. But let's say you bring this girl in, she fucking loves you. She's like, yeah, I can't afford your program. But then she tells her friend Sarah that you're an amazing coach. Then all of a sudden you get a new client because you warm somebody up. So I still think it's a good idea to get them in the challenge because it can increase the challenge's energy, which will cause you to convert more clients. And you never know who that girl knows. She might have a friend named Sarah that is looking for a coach, and now she's going to be a positive word of mouth for you. Plus, she's going to see your social media content. She's going to engage with it more. She might share it more. So I still think it's good to build a business for sure.
Okay. But still pitch them to at the end.
If they are interested, yeah. Like I probably wouldn't hop on a call with them if they told me food's expensive, but it's worth getting them the challenge for sure.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for being my client, Monique. Hope you have a great day.
You too.
Bye bye. Abe, what's up, bro? Tell me some wins.
What's up, bro? Win is I actually signed a 2K PIF from a boosted reel. If you remember, we had that
Yes.
convo a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I
That was
did.
actually from one of the boosted reels that I thought didn't work. So I stopped boosting it and then we mixed everything up. But the thing, and my question relates to boosted posts because I think the thing that's confusing for me is that like, do you look at, let's say you gain 10 followers,
Yep.
do you look at them and say like, okay, at least 5 should be my ideal client? Do you have like a
Yes.
number? Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
I would say 50 to 60% ideally. And if you get one that's like 70 to 80%, it's a fucking banger. But if it's like if it's 50 to 60%, like let's like can I zoom out for a second and can I give you the whole picture and then we can kind of
Yeah.
break it down. Okay, so the number one thing that's the leading indicator on whether or not a boosted post is effective, Abe, is how much money do you spend versus how much you made back. That's the number one leading indicator that we look for. There are other indicators that we can look for inside of that, but that's the one that we need to base our decision on whether or not this post is good. So before we start this conversation, because I want to give everybody value, that you made 2K. Is that the only money that you made from this post or did you make more?
No, from that post, that's the only one.
Okay, so 2K, how much did you spend on your boosted post in order to make that 2K?
It was like $100.
Okay, so you spent 100.
Maybe
Okay?
let's say $200.
Okay, so let's say 200. So
Yeah.
2100 divided by 200. That means for every dollar that you spend, you made $10 back. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's the number one indicator. Now, everybody write this in the chat box. You're looking for a 3x ROAS. 3x or higher means you're winning. You have 10x. 10x or higher means you're fucking killing. Okay. So before we talk about any other metrics inside of the funnel, the number one leading indicator that we make the decision on whether or not the boosted post is effective is how much money did I spend on it versus how much money did I make from it. Now, I also want to go a layer deeper because I feel like everybody in the 10K needs to be doing this. So I want to give you guys the step-by-step frameworks to do so. Okay. Number one, like every single follower that comes in that is your ideal client absolutely must get a message. It's so fucking important because if you're spending money on boosted posts and you're getting these new followers, but then you're not messaging every single person, there's no point because you're just burning through cash. I see a lot of people, what they do with boosted posts, Abe, and I'm not saying this is you. I just want to give everyone value. What they do with boosted posts is they'll boost a post, they'll get a bunch of followers, but then they only DM 50 of them. And then they'll come to a call and they're like, yo, the boosted post didn't work. And I'm like, have you messaged every single follower that came in from the post? They're like, no. I'm like, then there's no way to know whether or not it was effective. Because what if number 51 was going to be the person that ended up paying you in full, but you stopped at 50, right? So two things. One, the number one indicator that you're looking for, Abe, is how much money did you spend versus how much money did you make back? For you, you've got a 10x ROAS, which is very fucking high. So right now, the indication of that specific boosted post is that it's extremely fucking good. Okay. So that's the first thing. So every other metric that we're going to talk about is theory, because the metric that matters the most is this, and it's very good. That being said, I will give you some frameworks to think through and how I think through boosted posts. I want ideally 50% or more of the people that are coming in, Abe, to be my ideal client. That would be a good benchmark, right? However, Abe, if I'm getting 30% and I have a 10x ROAS, I don't give a fuck, right? I'm going to keep that post on, because even though it's only 30%, I'm still making $10 for every $1 that I spend on that ad. So those 30% of people that are coming in are clearly qualified as fuck. So I'm still going to keep that ad on. So the number one leading indicator that you need to make the decision on whether or not a boosted post is effective is ROAS. What you guys are looking for is 3x. In order to determine whether or not a boosted post is effective, you need to have at least 300 followers come in my opinion, from that specific boosted post. Because anything less than that, and you're not going to generate enough sales opportunities to know whether or not you're going to get a sale. Because a lot of you guys, again, what you'll do is you'll have a boosted post that brings in 100 followers. You'll get on one sales call, or you'll book one sales call, and then the client no-shows you, and you're like, well, it didn't work. But I'm like, you booked one sales call. What if you booked 3 sales calls and one of them no-showed you, 2 showed up, one of them didn't buy, and then one of them paid you in full for fucking $2,100? You know what I'm saying? So in order to determine whether or not a boosted post is effective, we need to have at least 300 followers that come in from that specific post. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, great. Sorry, and just a quick one. Do you follow, let's say you have you get ideal clients. Do you follow them? Because I'm not doing that, but I've heard they say you should be following them if they're your ideal clients. But I don't want to see them on my feed. These people just post a lot of pictures of crappy stuff.
It depends. So I say it depends, Abe. The reason I say it depends is if somebody if you get somebody that follows you that's a fucking clearly got a very established bio, is an expert in business or whatever, and is literally your ideal client times a fucking million, and you want to get that guy's attention, I might follow him. But as an overall blanket statement, no, right? Another place that I would make the decision to follow a prospect, Abe, instead of not following a prospect, is if I'm in the DM script, Abe, and I'm just about to book a call and they ghost me, I might follow them and then comment on one of their photos. Right. So it's yes, in certain instances, I don't follow every single fucking person that, I'm interacting with, but I'll use it when I need to engage the conversation.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, that's very helpful, man. Thanks a lot.
Cool. Is there anything else you need from me, bro?
No, that was all. Thanks. And congrats on the baby girl.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. What's your income at right now for the month?
Right now, this is just the 2K, but I mean, I'm doing a 14-day challenge and I have a renewal call. So let's see by the end of the month, but I think this will be a great month.
Let's say 10K, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's say 10K. Come to this call every single week. Let's say 10K.
Let's go.
Okay, bro. We'll talk to you soon. Daniel.
Yo.
Tell me some wins. What's going on?
All right, man. I was in Italy, last month again, traveling, and I still managed to hit 11K AUD. So we're happy with that. And I haven't had an ideal month yet where I've just been able to lock in properly, and I'm still hitting 11. So it's not bad.
We love that.
Yeah, we'll
Courtney, I got you next. Don't worry. How can I be of service to you, Mr. Daniel?
All right. I looked at that Black Friday prep stuff that we just had. I looked over the review that it was in the portal. The question I had for it is, with the 14-day challenge, with the giveaway, the magnet giveaway, how do we structure it? I've never done a giveaway before. So am I doing the sale price, so that 25% or whatever it is off?
Yep.
Am I hitting up people who enter the giveaway? And when they enter the giveaway, am I getting a phone number? Is that how that works? I've never done anything like that. I missed last Black Friday sale.
Totally. All good. So when you do a giveaway, essentially what you do is you can position it as any sort of way. And when you would do a giveaway is for Black Friday or for your birthday or for Christmas or whatever. Have you guys ever seen me do a giveaway on my page? If you have, to say yes, whether that be a 300K giveaway or we just hit 1,000 members in the community giveaway, etc. So first things first with giveaways, you got to have a really good reason behind the giveaway. And there's just like a marketing principle. Like when you give people a good reason why, it doesn't even have to be a good reason why, as long as there's a reason behind it. You can't just say giveaway. There's a reason that we're doing this giveaway. Then Daniel, what you're going to do is you're going to give away whatever, $500 scholarship, $1,000 scholarship to join your coaching program, whatever. All these people that are entering, Daniel, the way that they're going to enter is they're going to DM you the reason why they want to win. And then anybody that doesn't, so we're going to collect a bunch of information from these people, right? We're going to collect, like, let's say 25 people enter the giveaway. We're going to choose one winner, Daniel. And then the person that does not win, what we're going to do, and this is really important, guys, write this in the chat. As soon as you announce the winner, write that down. As soon as you announce the winner, this has to happen as soon as you announce the winner. It's extremely important. If you do it 3 hours after you announce the winner, Elliot, that's how you got in. I'm my fucking boy. If you do it 3 hours after you announce the winner, you're fucked, okay? You got to do it as soon as you announce the winner. So as soon as you announce the winner, Daniel, you're going to send out a video that goes like this. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? Hope you're having the best day of your entire life. I just wanted to send you a personal video because you did just win $500 in credit to join any one of my coaching programs. This could be the opportunity that you've been waiting for. If you've been following my social media, love my content, you love the transformations, love the testimonials. I absolutely love your story, and I'm 100% confident that I can help you lose that 20 pounds that you said that you want to lose. So to claim your $500 in credit, all you got to do is reply back with hell yes, and I'll get you all set up. Then what's going to happen? People are going to reply hell yes, and you're going to be like, okay, dope. Send a calendar booking link. Go ahead and book it now. Spots always fill up quick. Send me a screenshot. Let me know the time you pick. Cool question mark. Then they book in for your calendar. Then you're going to run them through sales call. On the sales call, if your program is $2,100, then you're going to be like, okay, cool. So sales call. Like I said, you did win $500 in credit. So my coaching program, typically speaking, for most people is $2,100 for a 16-week program. But for you today with the credit, I'm going to give it to you for $1,600. How does that sound? Boom.
All right. So that's for the people who didn't win, or the ones that did win the announcement?
The ones that didn't win.
Okay. That's what I was getting at. Cool.
Yeah. The ones
All right. I see what you did there.
You see what I did there? Yeah. So I always give away all my secrets on the podcast, and then people fucking come into my DMs. They're like, I listened to this on the podcast, you fucker. But I used to say you didn't win, right? But when I say you didn't win, now people are like, oh, what the fuck? So now I say you won $500 in credit, which gets people more excited. And then the credit they can apply to any one of your coaches. So for credit, for me, I say any one of my coaching programs. For you, you could $500 in credit to join my fitness coaching program.
That's fucking brilliant.
Thank you.
You're a legend. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, quick one. What you just said about the booster post, if I paused the post because it was doing well, but I was like, they're not my ideal avatar. So I tried adjusting the, targeting thing of it.
Yeah.
I've only paused it. If I reactivate it, because I just, Jerry, that was a stupid move, it continues like normal, yeah?
Yep.
It's not going to wreck the ad.
Yeah, it's not going to wreck the ad. Also, Yadira just asked, is there a boosted post is there training on follower as a boosted post? If you guys stick around for the whole podcast, once I'm done recording the podcast, because it looks like there's only 5 more people that are going to ask questions, I'll do a 15-minute training right now for everybody that's live, and then I'll post a video in the group for you guys. I'll just show you guys exactly what to do. Cool? All right.
You're a fucking legend.
All right. Cool. Anything else, bro?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Right. Much love. Appreciate you, bro. Talk soon. Peace out. Courtney, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, Courtney.
Congratulations.
How are you? Tell me some wins.
Okay, so win is right after our call, I finished that week at like 5.5K. So I was like on a roll, really good momentum. And then I saw you had the baby. I was like, oh, it's so cute. I feel like what happened to me is I lost momentum because you were on the last call, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I won't go into this one because Ryan's had a baby, like I don't have a question to ask, I'm doing great. So I'm like, I might be able to give you like maybe a mindset kick in the ass because I'm still finding clients, which is good. So I signed a client yesterday. She was Canadian, so the conversion was a little I love my Canadians, I love your currency. So I'm like, that was okay. And then I did a monthly this week. So I did sign 2 clients this week, but I do feel like I don't have that same level of momentum. I also went to Toronto last week for my boyfriend's High Rocks. So I don't know if it's like a getting out of the routine thing.
Yeah.
But that's the first thing. It's like I just feel like I was on a really good roll, and now it's like slowly doing that.
Yeah. So that's a great fucking point. Momentum for me comes from like consistency and habit and routine. Like when I'm consistent in my habits and routines that are making me money and making me feel good, that's when I feel like I'm in momentum. And so for you, inside of your habits and routines, what do you think was off when you went traveling? Like, what do you feel like you're still getting back into?
I think the issue is I don't have the same routine when I'm at my boyfriend's house. And I obviously do go there at least once a month. I need to just carry out the same. So another thing is too, maybe I don't know, But like, yeah, he's in the city, I'm in the suburbs. So it's like we don't even drive where he lives. Like it's such a different lifestyle. I feel like I need to maybe when I do go there, figure out a routine that like works for me or just like not make fucking excuses.
I agree. No, that you're not like a lazy person, Courtney. Like that's not you at all. Like you're not lazy at all.
Yeah.
I think that it is about like finding a routine. So like when I go traveling, Courtney, like I predetermine what I'm going to do in the travel to stay in momentum and still enjoy my time. Because if I just like willy-nilly just travel to Bali and I don't pre-plan like when I'm going to do my shit, like when I'm going to do the podcast, when I'm going to do the coaching calls, when I'm going to post on social media, when I'm going to post a social proof, I just won't do it. I also am a little bit of a psychopath and I'll like, before I even go anywhere, I'll figure out where the gyms are. I'll figure out like where I want to go for food. Like I'm a little bit crazy like that. So I think that when you travel, like obviously you know where your boyfriend is, you just need to predetermine what your routine is going to be. And like, yes, I do think that you need to have some sort of pre-established routine because right now the level that you're at in your business, like obviously you're making $10,000 a month, which is fucking awesome. But if you want to scale to 25K, then you need to maintain the habits and rituals that keep you at 10 to 15. And then as we start scaling and you're able to bring on a team member that can help you out with some of the stuff you're doing, you don't have to be as glued to your routine because you're going to have somebody else that will help you. But until we get to that level, we kind of just have to do the fucking daily non-negotiables that keep us over 10 to 15K. And not only keep us over 10 to 15K, but to keep us in momentum. So if you know you're going to go traveling there once a month, then you need to predetermine. And it's not like it has to be the same because obviously I'm sure when you spend time with your boyfriend, you want to spend time with your boyfriend. So it's like predetermining like, okay, what time of the day am I going to do my shit? Like what, like 2 to 3 hour block am I going to do my shit? And then you're just going to do your stuff. And then you can still enjoy your time while you're there.
Yeah. And what you said even just spoke into my next question. So I'm like, I love this. So when you were saying like eventually when I scale even more to bring on a team member, so that's what happened to me last time. Anytime I make a good amount of money and I get overwhelmed and I don't have the support in place. So I was thinking ahead, kind of how you were saying over planning, like I need to be better at that.
Yep.
So I have this friend, I should have done this last year, but it is what it is. And I was thinking about again, bringing her on for the New Year's because I'm confident by the New Year I can easily be over 20K as long as I keep the habits and momentum, right?
Agreed.
So I will talk to her. She's a new mom too, which will help me a lot because she's like super fit. Like I love her; it would be a great fit. But I was thinking of Caesar something with her in the meantime to prep us and like help me get her even, like I don't know. She's seeing a challenge, and I don't think I want to do a challenge. Or like maybe an in-person thing, but then I'm like, I don't know. I'm just thinking marketing wise and like prepping for New Year's to the point where I can like, almost make that like an announcement for New Year's,
Yeah. So there's two things that I want to say here, Courtney. So there's two different types of coaches that you can hire. Okay. You can hire a front-facing coach or you can hire a coach to support you. I think if you want my opinion, the first hire that you should make would be a coach to support you. Specifically, what that means is they're helping you with your messages with your clients. They're helping you with your program updates with your clients. They're helping you with your meal plans with your clients. The reason that that's super important to do, even if your goal is to bring on another front-facing coach, is because training a front-facing coach, for lack of a better term, is a bitch. Because you have to train them how to post on social media. You have to train them. Like you basically have to be a business coach for them, essentially. You have to be a business coach for them, and you also have to run your own business. So if that is the goal one day, and you want to have a team of coaches that are doing, what you're doing, that's a cool. Like I support that. But before that happens, you absolutely must have somebody that's supporting you. So, which also leads into what you were saying is like, how do you kind of bring her in to start doing some stuff? Bring her in as a support coach. Right? Get her to help you with your clients. There's actually training in the portal that we recorded for support coaches. So watch that. That's going to give you some ideas for some stuff that you can give her. And you don't have to pay her a lot of money at first. Like we're talking about like you can start out at $150 to $250 a week just to help you out with some of your back end stuff, which will take some of the work off your plate and allow you to do more marketing, allow you to do more lead gen, allow you to do more sales.
Yeah. Okay. That's really helpful. And I did see that, but I was like, I'm not going to jump ahead to that video. Last question I have, sorry, I'm silly, but for nutrition, right? I feel like I want to provide more, especially like as things are evolving, the ChatGPT, all that, right? So obviously I have ChatGPT doing like helping me with nutrition stuff, but I do think most people think they struggle with nutrition. That's the biggest fucking thing. Trainwise now has a little meal plan thing. I just got the notification of that, but I'm like, I don't know if anyone here has like done it, and like, do I do that, or do I just continue to kind of make it more my brand, my marketing? Because I do like my same, typeface and like colors and shit. I'm like, does that matter, or should I just use the trainer? I fucking meal plan.
So I can't speak to that. Does anybody on the call use the Trainerized meal plan software? I can't speak to it personally. Does anybody on the call use the Trainerized meal plan? I personally don't, so I can't speak to it. And I know it's a new feature. I can ask some of my coaches. I'll ask some of the Millionaire Mastermind coaches as well, if anybody does. A lot of people saying they do and they don't like it. So I would
Okay.
like, if you were going to do it, I would test it out.
All right.
Maybe like on a 14-day challenge that you run, but I probably wouldn't run it with your regular clients.
All right. Yeah, that's good to know because I just thought it'll just take work away from me, but that
Yeah.
makes it suck with that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I think that was really helpful. I think, I don't know if you have homework for me, but I'm thinking it's just stick to my routine and habits that got me that 5.5K a week and keep.
I completely agree. I also think that it's making a game plan for the next time you go traveling to Toronto, which is going to be in 3 weeks. So getting ahead of that is probably a good move.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And congratulations again. She's so freaking cute.
Thank you. I love her. She likes to scream in my face sometimes, but I still love her. Okay, bye, Courtney.
Bye.
Nerman, what's up, brother? Tell me some wins.
Oh man, first of all, congrats on becoming a dad,
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
which leads me on to my own personal win is that I'll be doing the same thing in what is it, 3 months from now.
Hell yes, brother. Welcome to the club. Is this your first one?
Yes, man. Yes, it is.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so it's a big one. But other than that, I closed the PIF today.
Nice.
Got to pay it in full. So doing things, but I've been feeling kind of stuck lately, right?
I know.
So,
I saw in the group that your last month was 6.8K and that you felt stuck. What's going on?
yeah. So here's the thing, man. I've been following the content strategies that you told me. And thing is, what I'm finding right now, and I'm sending DMs like crazy, like 50 to 70 per day, right? And it's like 85% of the people that reach out or that download they get the freebies, they do the CTAs, 85% are from Pakistan or India, low income countries, right?
Mhm.
And right now, what I'm feeling is like I'm not getting the audience that I need to my page to raise hands, basically. So I know I asked you earlier about follower ads and like boosting content to attract some of my ideal audience, but you advised me not to do that because my
Your
page
page was growing. Yep.
Yes. But the issue is like it is growing. I'm at 300K soon, but it's like the wrong people. You know what I mean?
Pause. So that might be true. And I'm not going to say it's not true because it might be.
Yeah.
Do you have your audience insights? So
Yes, I do.
Let's go to your Instagram right now. Okay. Because it might be true and it might not. Like, I want to kind of like get some data before we make a decision. Go to your professional dashboard and then let's go to followers, new followers, and then go to countries and tell me what the top countries are.
The US is the top one, like 11%.
What else do we got?
Brazil, India, Russia, and Iran.
Okay. What are the percentages?
Brazil is 6%, India is 5.8, Russia is 4, and Iran is 4.
Is this last 30 days or what are you looking at? And are you looking at you're looking at locations, countries? Is this go to last 90 days? I just want to see.
Yeah, sure.
Last 90
One sec.
days.
Last 90 days, then we got
Countries.
basically the same thing.
Okay, cool. So yeah, 11% of your audience is like, when I look at my insights, I've got like 39% US, 8% Canada, 6% India, 4% UK, 3% Australia. So a couple things. First things first is when we're doing our marketing, like we're doing our CTAs, we just need to be very specific with who we're trying to attract. So your clients right now, where are the majority of them based?
The US and Sweden.
The US and
Where
Sweden.
I'm based. Yeah.
Okay, US, Sweden. So you could literally be like, when you're doing a direct CTA, you could literally be like, if you are from US, Sweden, or da 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 da, then I'm looking for ID da 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 da. If this is for you, if you're from US, Australia, Sweden, UK, or Canada, and then tap here, right? So you can be very specific. So that's the first thing. Second thing is when you're doing ManyChat CTAs for the freebies, it's hard because whenever you get anybody that downloads a free resource, it's just going to be an absolute ass fuck load of people that are from all these different walks of life. Some of them are serious or some of them are not. So we just need to be very like cognizant of who we're actually spending time in the conversation with. And that might be going to the profile of the person before we actually start the conversation. Because you're going to get because you have a big audience, you're going to have a ton of people that are in your audience that are, some of them are serious, some of them are not. So we kind of like have to do the sifting thing. For you, like, I almost don't know if, and this is advice that I wouldn't give typically in the 10K mastermind because I just don't think it would be the time or the place. But for you specifically, like, I think if you were going to spend money on something, I don't think it would be spending money on boosted posts. I personally think it'd be spending money on a virtual assistant because you have the DMs, you have the followers, but you have to just sift through the amount of people that are in your DMs in order to determine who's serious and who's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does make sense because it's, that's the big thing, sifting through all of them, filtering
Exactly.
through all of them.
And so like that's like a full day job. Like that's like, and like I'm assuming you don't want to spend 8 to 10 hours a day in your own DMs. So that's like a full fucking, that's a job in itself. So yeah, again, I typically don't give this advice in the 10K mastermind. And I'm just going to say this point blank to everyone in the 10K mastermind. Do not fucking hire a VA. Okay. Because if you go hire a VA and you ask us about it in the group, we're not going to give you advice on it because it's 99.9% of you guys do not need a VA. You kind of do, Nerman. You kind of do. So like if I was to allocate, because if you're going to spend, let's say you do boosted post, Nerman.
Yeah. Yeah.
$20 a day, 30 days of the month. That's an extra $600 a month. I would rather you spend that $600 a month on a VA. Like you could go to onlinejobs.ph. You can go to ChatGPT, ask it to create you a job description for a virtual assistant from the Philippines for part-time work for 20 hours a week. Starting wage is going to be like $350 a month for part-time, 6 hours a day. And all they're going to be doing 6 hours a day is literally generating leads in your account. And they're going to be qualifying people. You're going to train them on the DM script and getting people closer to booking a call. And they're just starting conversations and sifting through the leads. And then their job is to pass you conversations that look like hot leads. Now you're in the DMs and the only thing that you're doing is talking to people that are qualified prospects. Like if you're going to spend $300 to $400 a month, you may as well just spend it on a virtual assistant to sift through the leads that you already have. Because I'm assuming that there's going to be people in your audience that want to buy. We just have to sift through all the people that don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make sense. But how the fuck do I train a VA? I've never done that before.
I know. That's why I don't like giving this advice. Send me a message on Instagram and I'm going to send you a bunch of voice notes because I don't want to give that advice in the 10K and then a bunch of people go hire VAs and now in the 10K we're talking about VAs because we really shouldn't be. But for you specifically, like I want to tell you guys why I don't recommend hiring a VA so that you guys understand that I'm not just like gatekeeping and being like, oh, you have to join the $1 Million Mastermind for me to teach you. The reason we don't talk about VAs inside of the 10K Mastermind is because most of you guys, number one, don't have the audience size to be able to do it. And number two, I want you guys to be able to get to $10,000 to $15,000 a month in your business so that you don't have to spend the extra money on hiring a virtual assistant to be in your DMs for you. So there's other things that are more important than hiring a VA first. Like I would rather you guys have a support coach first that helps you with your client load so that you guys can spend more time in your DMs talking to people because training a VA honestly kind of fucking sucks, And you have to have a good enough understanding of lead generation to be able to train your VA. And if you're not able to book 5 to 10 calls a week from your own efforts and you bring on a virtual assistant and you're like, book me calls. And they're like, how? And you're like, well, I don't know, like fucking send messages. It's really hard. So that for those reasons, I just want to be clear and let you guys know, I'm not trying to gatekeep on purpose. We do it so that you guys don't get confused, overwhelmed, and burn money. For you, Nerman, the reason that I'm recommending it over boosted posts is because you already have the audience. Out of 300,000 people, even if 10% of them are from the United States, that's 30,000 people. Out of 30,000 people, I'm absolutely fucking certain that we can find 100 people that want to buy your stuff. 100%. You know what I mean? So yeah, for those reasons, send me a message on Instagram. I will fire you some voice notes and I'll give you some resources so that you can, take action on that.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I have some more questions, but they're kind of, follow-up questions to this. So we'll take that on the DMs then.
Deal. Yeah. Send me a message on Instagram. Send it in the group chat where you got onboarded.
All right, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you. What's up, Chase Williams? Tell me some wins.
Yay! I get to be live and my kids aren't in my space. How exciting. They're outside, y'all. It's like still 90 degrees. They're outside on the trampoline with the water hose. So they're entertained right now. Okay. Wins. I hit 10K followers 3 days ago. It's growing content's finally I don't sit at the 200 on every single post. It finally is anywhere from 800 to 1500 on views. So I know that what I'm doing is starting to compound.
Love that.
So that feels really good. And then I've got 5 sales calls the next 3 days. And I'm like, how did that all happen?
I love that. I love that.
Okay. I am looking for a little bit of support on a couple of things. I've got an idea of what I'm laying out strategy wise and planning wise for the whole Black Friday process. I am going to do the 4-day challenge into actually a 21-day challenge, which I already have made that I've ran 5 times already. I'm not going to recreate the reel.
Yep.
And it's a sprint for me. And it kind of dials in a little bit easier on my schedule. So free challenge, 21-day challenge, and then going into the giveaway Black Friday stuff as well. So that's my big picture.
Yep.
Through I've already ran 2 4-day challenges and no one I think it might have a little bit of like messaging, a little bit of dialing in. So I am going to work with making some extra posts over probably the next week and a half
Yep.
on the messaging for filling those up. Because I've gotten 30 to 40 women each time,
Yeah.
but like no one's moved forward into coaching after that. Like,
Interesting. Pause.
yeah, I know.
I want to keep that. I
So-
want to stay there for a second. 4-day challenge theory. How many women out of the 30 to 40 actually join the group and engage right away?
I had quite a bit. I think I don't have all my numbers in front of me, but I have them all tracked.
Just give me a guess, like a rough number.
Yeah, probably about 70%.
70% of them came in, joined the challenge.
And I'm on top of them. Like, I'm like, hey, get in here, get into, like, I'm pretty type A on like,
good.
up. Yeah.
Okay. So how many calls did we end up booking?
I think between each one, maybe like 10.
10, and none of them move forward?
Yeah, no, like I booked 10 and then like I kind of like went through DMs, like I got them all on calls and then I went through like a mini DM qualifying. Some of them were super like not even qualified at all, like a single mom teacher. I'm like, there was no way you're going to pay for any of my stuff. Here's my workout program. So like that kind of thing. And so working through that, I think, yeah, like it wasn't really, I think I only offered like extended an invite to like join the program for maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay. So the other 6, what was the deal with the other 6?
Yeah. It's either unqualified, not qualified. Like, even though they were scheduled to book in, sometimes I was canceling their thing. Like, I'm like, hey, it doesn't sound like this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I just want to like, I'm just trying to dissect. So like, it's not the challenge. So like usually with 4-day challenges, if people aren't buying, it's because a lot of people aren't engaging at first. So it's not that. It's not that we can't book sales calls from the 4-day challenge, because clearly you book sales calls from the 4-day challenge. So it's not that. It's that the people that ended up joining the 4-day challenge weren't actually the ideal demographic, which comes back to your thing of messaging. I just wanted to make sure we were solving the right problem. What was the name of the 4-day challenges, the last ones that you did?
The first one was like a consistency challenge. And then the second one, I did a fat loss accelerator.
Fat loss accelerator. So both of those things can apply to the general public, which is why I think we didn't attract our ideal demographic.
Yeah. So that's why I've already got it in the plan to like throw all my stuff in the thing and get like lots of feedback this next round.
So like, here's what I want you to consider with the 4-day challenge is consider like the career-driven 4-day fat loss challenge for women. You know what I mean? That's like the messaging of the type of people. Again, it's like, this is for career-driven women that want to learn how to lose body fat in 4 days. That's like the messaging behind that. Okay.
Yeah. I think where I'm needing most of the support last time. So like 2023, I did a Black Friday deal. And this is where I wanted like more of the like mental, emotional support, because I ran a Black Friday deal. I ended up bringing on like only 3 clients through this process, but I had 77 applications that came on. I think we ended up booking like buku's amounts of, I remember 77 applications, and stiffing through applications, stiffing through trying to get people like on calls after applying and all these things. I had so much like anxiety and panic attacks, like going like right after that, going into Christmas. And I really want to prepare my heart and prepare my brain going into this season, because I've worked really hard on my content. We've got like probably 2K to 3K like leads over the last like 90 to 180 days. And so I'm like really ready to dial in and work really hard, but I also want to protect my like mindset.
That's a good point. So here's a couple things that I say. So I'm laughing because I know like Black Friday's a fucking grind. Okay. It is. There are some things that you can do to set yourself up for success. Like, as an example, like if you're having to sift through applications and then book calls from the applications, what if in the application you had it so that they book calls after they apply? And then instead of
I did set that up. That's good to go.
Okay. So that's good. So then instead of like you having to hit these people up, you can just like go through the calls. So that's one thing. Second thing is, I think you need to ask for support in your personal life. Like, if you know that Black Friday is going to be like, it is going to be crazy. There's no really way around it. If you know it's going to be crazy, then maybe ask for support in your personal life. And what I mean by that is like, can we hire a babysitter for a couple of days? And like, you know, a couple of days you have like a babysitter that's at the house that can like support you during that time, because you know it's going to be busy. And the last thing that you'd want is like to have to take a break from work, and then you're like running around with the kids, and then you're panicking because you know that there's so many leads in your inbox, and you're like, holy crap, I could be making so much money. So that's that. Third thing is like, I think you just like, why don't we just set boundaries, you know? And when I say set boundaries, I mean that like, if you know that your mental energy / you had a panic attack last year because you were like probably going above and beyond and like working as many hours as you can, just set a firm and hard boundary. And you're like, I'm going to work from this time to this time. And anybody that I sign up and enroll in this time to this time, awesome. If I don't sign up and enroll the amount of people that I want to sign up, I'm still going to protect my mental energy and I'm going to take a step back. So just like set clear and hard boundaries so that you don't push yourself to the next level. Because like obviously we want to make more money, but we don't want to do it at the expense of our mental health.
Yeah. And I think I really do want to like prepare my head, like really like set myself up. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like in this tension space just because I know what I experienced before. And so I don't even want to like, I don't want to get into that headspace. And then I don't want to like limit myself because I know what happened last time. Right. And so I'm really trying to like journal and like have my like Jesus time in the morning and do all those things to make sure like I am protecting myself. And, you know, armoring myself for all of the craziness that is potentially could be happening. Okay, that's really supportive. And then last follow up to that. So I know you're like, don't hire a VA. Well, I have a girl that does DMs. She's my DM girl. I brought her on in April and she's commission only. So she don't make money unless I make money, right?
Yep.
And so with her, I want to also like, I guess kind of more so like mindset. No, this is more like $1 million mastermind conversation, like when you're leading a team and stuff. But I want to also prepare her and like things that I can kind of set up and create like not systems, because I have a lot of really good dialed in systems. It's more so just like making sure we're prepared for the influx of Black Friday so we can really be successful.
What I do with my team on Black Friday, Chase, is I let my team know in advance, like a month in advance, like these 72 hours are going to be fucking insane. So I'm going to need you to make sure that like you've got nothing personal going on because I'm going to require all of you. So just let her know that in advance. And then if you know the process and the system that you're going to be running on Black Friday, just create like an SOP that clearly articulates, like an SOP is basically a standard operating procedure that clearly articulates what her responsibility is during Black Friday so that she knows what she needs to do in order for us to be the most likely to be successful. So ask for her time and ask her to basically like make sure that she's available in those 3 days. It would be like the day before, the day of, and the day after, and then create an SOP that clearly defines what you need from her on those days.
Cool. I can do that. Okay. We're in the right headspace now. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, Chase. I appreciate you. I'm glad you got some time.
Yeah.
Away.
So good.
It's amazing. Bye, Chase. Hello, Lot. How are you?
I'm fine, Brian. Thanks. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Tell me some wins.
My win. My last 3 clients, all 3 were PIFs, and they called me. So no DMing was involved. They were all 3 inbound. So I'm very happy that this is beginning for me. So
I love that. Congratulations.
Yes, me too. And tomorrow I'm giving a masterclass. I have a full Zoom meeting with over 100 people.
Wow.
Yes, I'm happy with that. But I was wondering, can you tell me something about the time frame? Because I wanna offer them a sales call during the masterclass, and then I want to give them my link to my agenda. But what is the deadline? Within how many days or hours do they have to make an appointment with me? And for how long does my offer of 20% off stands? You know what I'm...
Great questions. Great questions. Love it. So during the masterclass, here's how you want to structure it. Okay. You're going to give value for about 30 to 45 minutes. All right. So 30 to 45 minutes. When you're giving value for 30 to 45 minutes, right before you transition to a pitch, this is how you're going to present it. So you're going to say something along the lines of, okay, so for everybody that came to the masterclass today, thank you guys so much. And right now you've got 2 paths. Pathway number 1 is to continue doing what you've been doing on your own. You can take the information that I've given you on today's masterclass and you can go implement, you can trial and error and try to figure things out as you're going along and maybe making some mistakes along the way and maybe figure it out. Or pathway number 2 is you ask for support and you reach out to somebody that's already done this before, that's worked with hundreds and hundreds of women to help them transform their bodies and get into the best shape of their life. Somebody that's walked the path and seen some amazing transformations. Transformations like this. This is my client, Sarah, who's went through my program. She's lost 25 pounds. Transformations like this. This is my client, Haktan. He's bald and good looking and handsome. He's gone through an amazing transformation. Transformations like this. So if it's cool with you, would you guys mind if I presented you an opportunity to book in for a strategy session with me and my team so we can help you? If that's cool, just say yes in the chat box. Okay, great. So here's exactly what we're offering. For every single lady that's on today's masterclass, here's exactly what you're going to get. You are going to get a free strategy session with me so that I can customize a game plan specifically for you and your goals. What we're going to do on this strategy session is very simple. We're going to identify everything that you're currently struggling with in your fitness journey. I'm going to figure out what you're doing, why you're stuck, what's going on, and why you haven't been able to grow. Then we're going to create a roadmap for you to get to your goals. I'm going to tell you what you need to focus on for your nutrition, what you need to focus on for your training, and your meal plan. Also, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to take 30 minutes out of my day, and this strategy session is completely free. Now, there's 60 of you guys live with me on this masterclass right now. I unfortunately do not have 60 spots available to take free sessions because I'm only one person. So it's going to be limited to the first 20 people that book in. So I'm dropping my calendar link in the chat box right now. Go ahead and book in for your strategy session right now. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, if you did love what we hear on the strategy session and you did decide that you wanted some custom coaching, we're offering 20% off for any of the ladies that are on this masterclass right now. So again, the strategy session is completely free. And if you decide that you want to join my coaching program, you're going to get 20% off. So tap the button in the description of the Zoom link right now. It's going to be limited to the first 20 people because I don't have any more calendar spots, unfortunately. So the first ladies that are booked in are going to get the calendar spots. Once you're done, come back to the chat and say done and let me know that you've booked in. And then we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. Okay, Hack10's booked in. Congratulations. I'll see you soon. Yadira just booked in. I love it. That's amazing. Lucy's booked in. Hell yes. That's awesome. I got Carolina that booked in. Done. Okay, super excited, lazy. Let's do a little bit of a Q&A. Bam. And then during the Q&A, you're going to be answering questions. Then you're going to be like, if you would like me to kind of deep dive with you, just go ahead and book in for a strategy session. Like I'll drop the calendar link. Go ahead and book in for a strategy session. We can have a conversation about your goals. Next question. Go ahead and book in for a strategy session. And then you can just get people like, oh guys, we've only got 4 spots left in the calendar. Make sure you book in before the class is done. I see you smiling. I love it.
Yes, I love it. I will do it. And within how many days my spots in the calendar?
48 hours.
All right.
Max. 48 hours.
All right.
You never, ever, this is a rule, okay? Never, ever book more than 48 hours out. If you want your show rates to be high, peace, Elliot. Good to see you, bro. If you want your show rates to be higher, you never, ever want to book more than 48 hours out. If you do, your show rates will decrease dramatically, especially with masterclasses a lot, because with masterclasses, people are feeling some sort of emotion about the value you just gave them. So like ideally, you'd want some people to get on calls tonight, like right after the class. And you can even say, I've got 3 spots open tonight. Whoever gets the spots tonight, it's first come, first serve. And then we can take some calls tomorrow as well. You want calls tonight because the people that get on the call tonight are going to buy for sure. Hands down.
All right.
Okay. Anything else?
Thank you so much. Yes. Thanks.
Cool.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Keep me posted. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hack10, what's up, brother?
Everything is going great. The win is since May, we haven't gone under 25K and we are chilling between 25 and 28 with peace and fun. That's the win.
I love that for you, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I have 2 questions. One is about kind of Black Friday. So yeah, let me ask. So I'm thinking to run a paid challenge with $500 prize or maybe 1K prize with $25 entry. So because we have a huge audience, I assume the money we are going to make is going to exceed the prize. And if it doesn't exceed, we can just call it off.
Yep.
And if it does well, I can just run that challenge every week. And the signups are going to be monthly signups, not one-off fees. People can cancel if they want to. What do you think about this big money prize and low ticket challenge thingy?
Yeah, I think that is a really fucking good idea. I think that you've got a VA. So like the only way that I would do it, Hackton, is if it was sold on a sales page, because I think your VA spending any conversations trying to sell a $25 offer doesn't really make sense to me, you know?
I have an AI doing all of our DMs. I can train an AI to
even better. Then fucking good. Because I wouldn't want any team members spending time on it, but if you got an AI, then fucking go for it.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago we sent 6,000 messages. I mean, the AI sent 6,000 messages and booked over 60 calls. Like AI is crazy.
I love that.
And so my question, the follow-up question on that was, would you say to position it before Black Friday, like win this challenge to have money to spend on Black Friday?
Well, it's I think you should do the challenge before Black Friday regardless, because all the people that are in the challenge, whether or not they win the money for Black Friday, are going to be hot leads that will go for a Black Friday offer. So I don't think that you necessarily say like use the money for Black Friday, but I also think that I think you should do it before Black Friday just because all the leads will be ready to take action for Black Friday. So yeah, you could use it for Black Friday, but I don't think that's relevant. I think what's relevant is doing it before Black Friday, so you warm up a bunch of leads.
Okay. Cool. Got it. And my second question is connected to the win. So every month I'm working just less and less because I love automations. I love AI, and I automated so many things that I'm working under an hour every day.
Yeah.
And my question is, when you were doing your own fitness coaching business, what did make you decide to pivot from fitness coaching to something else? What was that thought process?
I no longer enjoyed talking about how much broccoli to eat. Like I lost passion for it, and I lost passion for it. And when I lost passion for it, and I no longer enjoyed it, that was why. Also, like I had an ex-girlfriend that worked for my company. We ended up breaking up. She was a trainer on my team, so every single time I worked on my fitness business, it reminded me of her. So losing passion and my ex-girlfriend, honestly. Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm also going through something similar.
Yeah.
In this online coaching business, I never coach. I just run the business. I just operated it.
Yeah.
And I started like operating and automating and AI so much that I'm thinking, is it the best use of my time, or should I start a separate AI operation business? Just a question.
I think that you guys definitely could start a separate AI automation business. I think that I would have a conversation with Naja, and it's like, it all depends. The reason I'm going to tell you why it depends, because in my opinion, I think you guys have the potential to be doing $100,000 a month with your own fitness coaching offer. Like, that's my opinion. Based off of everything that I know about your business, for sure. And if right now you're only working an hour a day on the business, that means you could be spending 7 hours building out the other systems on the business that will get you to 100,000 a month. And I am certain that you guys are like 6 to 12 months away from 100K. And I'm saying that with certainty because I've worked with 33 clients over 100K, and I see the insides of their business, and I know what it takes to get there. You guys have the audience, you have the operation, you have all the intangibles. So you just have to ask yourself what's important to you. Like, do you care about scaling the business to 100K? Does Naja care about scaling the business to 100K? Because if you guys do, then in my personal opinion, why would you not scale it to 100,000 before starting this other venture? I've had many, many opportunities to start other ventures, even as a business coach for online personal trainers, but none of the other ventures will get me to my goals faster than the vehicle of pizza domination. Like, I've had, real estate agents reach out to me and ask me if I would coach their entire real estate team. I've had people ask me if I would coach them how to build XYZ business. I've had so many opportunities where I could have diversified and gone and taken my business knowledge from scaling my company to 1 million and gone and taught other businesses, but I've never diversified because I didn't want to get distracted. So the reason I say it depends is because it depends on your goals. Like, I can't honestly give you an honest answer on what you should do because I don't know what your guys' goals are. So I think if you were considering you starting something else, I think you would be having a conversation with Naja and being like, what do we want to do with this business? Do we want to build it to 100K? Do we care about that? Or are we happy with how it is? If we're happy with how it is and we don't care about scaling it further and we're comfortable with 30K, like, do we want to start another business? Like, those are the conversations that you guys need to have, and you need to figure out what you want before you decide whether or not you're going to start another venture.
Yeah, my internal thought process right now I'm a 25K skilled person, and like this is my cap, and I feel like let's go to 7 figures first to get to that leadership and entrepreneurship level before starting a second thing.
I agree. That's why I waited so long to buy a gym. I waited so long to buy a gym because I wanted to prove to myself that I could get to a certain level before I took on another venture. And even buying the gym at the time was a distraction. And I'm glad I'm a good entrepreneur because I figured it out, but it was a distraction. It took away a lot of time from pizza domination.
Yeah. Okay. Great. This conversation helped a lot. Now I'm motivated to make 7 figures so I can start the other business.
I love it, bro. Okay, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks for being my client. I appreciate you. Tell Naja I say hi.
Will do.
Bye-bye. Stevie, what's up?
Ryan, what's up?
Welcome. I love the new hair.
Thank you. Yeah, just got that cut again. I like it too.
I love it. Tell me some wins.
Okay, a win for you. So I onboarded into the 10K. Janelle told me to run a magnetic giveaway in my client group because my time constraints are insane right now. And I re-signed one client already from that, as well as I have a sales call with that person's husband on Friday, and I expect to re-sign 2 more clients from that in the next week. So I'm stoked about that.
Love that for you.
Yeah. So my question is lead generation for me in the past 2 months, just based on like the life chaos I've been going through, has been like none. Every single person that I've signed up, which has been 2 to 3, has come to me because I think my content has been like consistent and better is what I'm getting from that.
Yeah.
So I need to kind of get back on lead generation.
Yep.
I decided the way I was going to do that is I had a post that was doing really, really well. I got like 10 organic followers from it, which has never happened to me before. So I boosted that post on Sunday. I'm getting about 110 followers a day from it, spending $20 a day.
Wow.
Yeah, so now I have to DM all of these people, which is fine. I'm going to start doing that hopefully either tonight or tomorrow morning. So 2 questions from that is like, how long do you let people kind of come in and consume your content before you just start messaging them?
Right away.
I'll ask it. So I can just go for it right now.
Right away.
Okay, and the second question, kind of piggybacking off of that, is like 80% of these people are my avatar.
That's fucking great. The fact that you're getting 110 followers a day from $20 is a fucking bing bing, and 80% of
Yeah,
them
it was like $5
bing, 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 bing.
or $1, $5 followers per dollar or something like that.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
fucking insane, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm stoked on that. But like also 70% of them have these like private accounts.
Yep.
And I haven't had super good success in the past messaging or DMing these people that have private accounts. Do you have any insights on what to do here? Or
Yeah, so the fact that it's so fucking cheap, Stevie, is even if 70% of them are private accounts, but 80% of them are your avatar, you're still probably getting 40 to 50 cents per follower that you can message, which is still really, really, really good. So I guarantee you this follower ad is profitable. I would bet every dollar in my bank. So the only way to know is just to start the conversations.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got to start the conversations and then pay attention to the people that reply to you. And there's going to be 15 to 20 people that reply per day. And if we can get one of those people to book a sales call every day, then we've got a business that does a lot of money and then we can scale.
that would solve a lot of my problems right now, which is 2 jobs and running this business. I've been working every single day for the past like 6 weeks and I'm fucking exhausted.
I hear you. I fucking hear you. Yeah, this is like like you are in a lot of momentum with the fact that like you're getting that for that. So that's great news. Not a lot of people hit that fucking jackpot right away. So you need to capitalize on that.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for being my client. Well, good to see you here.
Good to see you.
Last and not least, Miss Lucy, what's up? Tell me some wins.
Hello, Brian. Win, I posted a transformation photo the other day and I've got quite a few leads from that. So starting to get back into momentum and book some calls and feeling a little bit more like myself again.
Good. I love that.
Today is master programs. I have not done very well with master programs. I've been like customizing them for all of my clients. Obviously, that's very time consuming and really affects my flow throughout the week. And I find it's difficult because a lot of my clients have been with me for months or years. So it's hard for me to create master programs for people that have already been training with me for so long. And I'm not really sure how to go about that. So I can really reduce a lot of the mental bandwidth that I'm putting into like create new programs all the time.
Love it. So it's hard when you have like, here's the way that I approach online fitness coaching is if I had like a client that's been with me for a long period of time, I'll build them on a new 4-week phase. But then that 4-week phase that I built out, I would apply to other people and just change little nuances in the program. And so the way that I approach it, Lucy, is like every new client that I signed on, I would find some sort of way to take one of the programs that I already have and make it fit them. So like, because I'm assuming at this point, you probably have 100 programs in Trainerize. Am I right?
Yeah, every single program is custom to the client. A lot of them, like I have a similar flow as to like how I progress and phase them. And so for new clients, like I can create a master program for those clients, but it's all for the ones that I've been working with forever that I'm like, how do I create a system that works more efficiently than what I'm doing right now?
So what are you doing right now?
I will literally just like look at everything that I've already programmed them. So if they worked with me for like 6+ phases. I'm looking at all of them, seeing what I've already programmed them, and then seeing how long it's been since I've like programmed certain things, and I'm progressing above that. And like, I'm wasting a lot of fucking time.
Do you program how much weight and shit they're doing in the gym too?
No, like they pick their own weights, like, and they do their
Okay.
own progression mode. It's mostly just like with my pain-free specialist, like the warm-up series is very specific with each like exercise and phase going into the actual strength training. So I'm having to put a lot of mental bandwidth as to like what is going into the warm-up to ensure that it is specific for the strength training. Yeah. So it's like focusing on the strength portion and the conditioning. It's also a big portion in the warm-up, and like trying to make sure I'm not always programming the same exact thing so that they do get the variety that they desire as well.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that, and this is just my assumption because I'm not a pain-free specialist, but I'm assuming that there's got to be a way where you create a warm-up system for like a leg day that is universal for any exercise that you're doing.
Yes, but then they progress. It's like, let's say 1 month, like they start with like tempo work. Then the next month they're increasing that tempo work or increasing the repetitions or increasing the intensity of that exercise to the next phase. Like, so I can build a master program to fit that and have like some phases there. It's just like with the clients that have already phased to like, they've already hit everything to like continue making new programs. I'm finding myself like just hitting a mental block because like none of them have specific goals. They just like variety.
So that's honestly a good thing because if none of them have specific goals and they like variety, like, cause like the clients that have been with you for an extended period of time, why don't you create like, and this is where you can just get into fun mode instead of looking back at all the things that they've done before. Because like, dude, I've done fucking incline bench press for like the last year.
Right.
You know? I think that's how I work out. Like I fucking like doing incline bench press. So like there's certain fundamental exercises that you can do in a program that are regardless of like what they've done it before or not are like going to help them see progress. So I think personally, it's like instead of thinking about everything that they've done up to this point, why don't you just create a new master program that's like a new 16-week phase that you do that you just put in all of your clients that have been with you for an extended period of time. And then every 12 weeks, you create a new master program for all your new clients that are coming up for their phase. And that one program is what they get regardless of where they're at. And you just make sure that in your head, you're programming variety into it and you're trying new things and you're testing new things and like stop being concerned about everything they've already done up to the past. Because even if they start a new program, they still have to progressive overload with the stuff that you're putting in that specific program. So like, yeah, they progressive overload like through here and they might've done progressive overload with deadlift in the past, but like you program deadlifts into their program again, they're still going to have to progressive overload with this phase as well. So I don't think that's as relevant as you're making it. You know, I think you're like overcomplicating it, if that makes sense.
I'm overthinking it, like, because I have no similar exercises, but I've just had so many clients like ask for variety and just wanting to switch it up and just want new exercises. And I'm like,
that's so easy to do though. Like if somebody's like, if you do a program, like the master program, it's like for 10 people and you give people 10 people the program and 2 people are like, yeah, I don't want to do stiff-legged deadlifts. I did them on the last phase. You just go in, bam, change stiff-legged deadlifts. And just like that, they're good.
That's my next question with EverFit specifically. When I make it, this is why I haven't really done much master programs. And I tend to like every week I'm going in and individually adding their fucking workouts and causing myself such a headache for no reason. But when I create a master program for a client and I assign it to them, which happens very frequently with the type of clients that I work with, if I need to switch an exercise for them, if something doesn't work for them, if something aggravates an injury, etc., I can't go in and switch it in the master program without having to delete everything and re-add everything. Like I have to like create a whole new, for whatever reason, I can't just like edit one of the workouts and it translates over to the rest of the days that I programmed, if that makes sense.
That's super annoying.
I know.
I don't have a solution for that. On-demand workout collections and EverFit, it's easier. Yeah, I honestly don't have a solution for that. If anybody does have a solution for that, I don't fucking know. I'll tell you what I would do. That's why EverFit is known as EverShit. I'll tell you what I would do. I fucking wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. What I would do is I'd be like, yeah, no problem. Just substitute your stiff-legged deadlifts for regular deadlifts. And I'm going to send you a video right now for exactly how to do that. And I would just send them the video and I'm just like, just track these as regular deadlifts. That's what I would do.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah. You can ask in the community because I'm not an EverFit expert. Maybe somebody else has a workaround, but like, I'm just like, when it comes to, I'm just not the guy. I'm sorry. I'll ask the coaches too, and I'll see if anybody has any other solutions.
That would be great because I'm like, it would make my life so much easier if I need to swap one exercise and it actually just went to all the ones that are already programmed. But right now I'm like, what's the point of making a master program if the moment I need to make one switch, I have to delete everything and re-add it all manually anyways? Why am I bothering?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Lucy. I appreciate you. Exactly. Have Hackta and build you a custom AI for it. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. I'm not going to end the call. If you're on the podcast, stay on the podcast. I'm going to show you guys how to do fucking boosted posts. If you're listening to the podcast and you're not in the 10K, what are you fucking doing? Send me a DM on Instagram that says 10K and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help. Peace out. I'm going to teach my clients how to do boosted posts. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.